Welcome to City League Sports, the show where we share the City League love with current and former players, coaches, anybody and everybody that gets down with the Columbus City League. In the studio today, we have some Columbus City League lady hoopers, everybody. We have Africentric's Rayanna Howell. We have Eastmoor's Leila Thornton. And we have International's Leila Carter. We're going to start with the young one here, Miss Leila Carter. Say hello to everyone. Say your name. Say hello.
Hi, my name is Leila.
Hi, my name is Leila. That's it. That's the only. Just hi, my name. You're not Leila Carter.
Oh, hi, my name is Leila Carter.
Like, hey, look, for all our listeners out there, like, share. Just one name. I'm just Leila. Just share. We're gonna go over here. Come on, Eastmoor. Share.
What's up, everybody? I'm Leila Thornton.
There you go. Hello.
Hey, I'm Rayanna Howell.
Rayanna Howell. I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarino. We're going to get into some fun stories here today. We're going to talk all things basketball. We're going to get to know these three young ladies extremely well. But I want to kind of share with the listeners here before we even get going about, like, this is the beauty of a show like this, right? So before we got on air here and we started to record, I was talking with Leila about music. And I can remember being a young kid. Leila, you're in the 9th grade, correct?
Yes, sir.
9th grade, 14, 15 years old. And I remember as a kid listening to hip hop, and my parents would say, like, oh, man, you know, we don't want you listening to this song or that song or whatever it may have been, right? Because of the generational gap. So I said to Leila, who do you listen to? She said she listens to Rod Wave and Young Boy. I've never even heard listeners. All my listeners out there that are in my age group, y'all know who y'all are. Much love to you. I've never even heard of either one of these people. So my other two, do you know these people? Rod?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, everybody knows Rod Wave. It's Young Boy, Rod Wave.
Yes.
Everybody knows these individuals but me, right? Obviously. Are they hot? Or do they get? Are they good musicians? Or is their music good?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
My opinion, Lil Baby better than
There's a
Young
Little
Boy.
Baby.
My
There's also
opinion.
a little. So we got a Rod Wave, a Young Baby, a
Lil Baby.
and a Young Boy.
Yeah.
And these are the artists that you all get down with, that you listen to. Is this who's playing in your ear, Malia, when you're getting ready for the game? Who are you listening? Do you listen to music before the game?
I do.
Okay.
I listen to a little bit of T Grizzly.
Look at these names. Hey, I apologize to all the listeners out there, my age, right? All us old folks. T Grizzly, and so I'm sorry. You listen to T Grizzly to get it going. That's T Grizzly is the one.
Got some good pump music.
Okay, Rayanna, who you listening to?
Lil Baby.
Little Baby. That's who you listen to.
But T Grizzly, that's our team stuff. Like, that's that team.
Okay,
Get it
so
going.
T Grizzly, and then of course Leila, we coming back to you. So tell me a little bit. So you when you getting ready, it's Rod Wave and Young Boy. Is that who you listen to?
Right.
Okay, so all of you. Obviously, you're coming into basketball around a time here where we know the interaction, hip hop, and those things, and getting pumped up and getting ready for music. I'm going to start with you being the oldest, I think, because you're a senior, right?
No, I'm a junior.
Junior, I'm sorry. Okay, so we got 2 juniors and a freshman here. My apologies. I thought you were a senior. So, you've been around basketball a long time. You've been playing it most of your life. Tell our listeners, share with everybody, like, how is it that you approach the game? What goes through your mind? You know what I mean? How long have you been playing? Just share a little bit about your story.
Okay, so I've been playing since I was 6. I feel like everything was good up until 7th grade, and I tore my ACL.
Oh, ouch. Okay, that's
my
a tough
ACL.
injury for a middle school person.
Yeah, so I tore my ACL. I came back 8th grade year, and I'm playing in the BreK League, and I re-tored the same ACL I tore. So I tore my ACL twice in the same leg. So I'm thinking, like, I felt like I was done. Like, I'm ready to give up. So, like, everybody's like, no, you got to find your heart.
Right.
So I found it, and I'm like, I'm still playing. I feel like I'm better than I was before.
So when you say better, are you talking about skill set wise, or are you talking about your knee structurally?
My knee structurally.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like my knee's like better than it was before.
Wow, that's tough to go through at such a young age. I had one injury in college, And I thought the whole world was caving in. I wouldn't even know what to do if I was. So 7th grade, how old are you in 7th grade? 12?
I think I was 12.
Yeah, I think I was like 12.
12 years old.
13.
Hey, look, let me share something else too, because I got some other listeners that are piping in. So I am not one. Let me be very clear. I want to share this because my friends will enjoy this. I have a number of people around my age that are turning 50 this year. And I remember when I was you all's age, I thought 50 was really old, right? And you all probably look at you all looking like 50. 50 is not really old. I want to but to my fabulous 50 people who all turn 50 during this calendar year or next, it's interesting because I don't know that any of us would have known how to relate and deal with an injury like that at such a young age. So your support system comes along, people help you out, and you get through it. And now you feel like you're in a good space right now. Yeah. So those are kind of behind you for the last couple of years.
Yes, I feel like I've been in the gym just like working like with my legs, like strengthening. My strengthening has been like number one, because it's like a lot of athletes, we really don't have that. Like especially girls, we don't have strengthening. Like we don't have strength and conditioning like coaches. So we don't really have that in CCA. So it's like you got to find time on your own. But I really do. I go after practice, I go lift, or I do it before or either on the weekends. I take pride in that because like me, I had 2 surgeries. So it's like you have to like stay up on it. So it's like that's been a big part of me lately. So
well, let me share this because there are not a lot of schools that have strength and conditioning coaches, but we just now approved that in Columbus City. So your experience over this year and next year, you'll be working with someone at your school who will be dedicated to your strength and conditioning. Malia, I want to turn to you for a moment and kind of hear your same piece of coming to it. But like I was reading a little bit about you. You do a little bit of everything though, right? So you're like all over the place, but share with me a little bit about your basketball journey first and how you kind of arrive here, right? Give the listeners a little bit of that.
I've been around basketball since before I was born. Both my parents were around basketball. I started playing myself when I was 3 years old in the gym, dribbling at my dad's practices.
Okay, all right. I'm listening. Go ahead.
It's been a long journey. I've enjoyed basketball. But when I was in like 4th grade, I had 2 knee injuries. There's a knee disease called Osgood-Schlatter's, which is like there's a little like bone piece in my knee that kind of came off and was loose or whatever. Okay. So I had to go to physical therapy for a couple months. After that, it was about knee strength. Yeah. The strength of your quad, and it's some kind of muscle along the side of your leg. It's really hard to pronounce. So
right. And look, here's the interesting thing. Health and science and all those things have like the education on it, the understanding of it has grown exponentially since like when we was kids, you was just hurt, right? You know what I mean? Like, just figure it out, keep on playing, whatever. I think I know somebody's grown up who maybe has some structural issues, right, when they were younger, but it just probably wasn't identified the right way. A sprain here, a sprain there, and you keep it moving. But you're saying, so you're a family of hoopers. You've been playing for a long time. So then kind of vault me into, now here you are at Eastmoor. You're a junior. You're getting down, right? So share with me a little bit about Eastmoor ladies basketball right now.
We're doing okay. We made a lot of progress since the beginning of the year. That's really what it's about. Okay. Progress from the beginning to the end. I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah. I've made some, hopefully, lifelong friendships from my team. As a team, it feels like I have a bunch of sisters, which sometimes that's annoying. But overall, it's pretty cool.
The beauty of it in high school, and I know it's sometimes hard to understand it, it does go by very quickly. Even if you can't really, process it and understand how quickly it's going by, because you'll look back and you'll go, man, that went by really fast. Some of my best friends still today are high school friends that I went to school with. I have, like I shared, I got a buddy who's turning 50, a couple years older than me. This year he has a birthday coming up next month where a lot of us are going to come together. So you're talking about people who have known each other for 30, 40 years, right, since we were kids, and we're all going to come together and celebrate. But you get it honest in basketball. I want to share this as like a shout out. Do you know how great of an athlete your head coach Keith Demme was?
Yes. Oh my gosh, he's all over.
Is he always telling you?
Yeah.
So, but let me share with you, like he is a bad dude, but he was a bad dude, right? Yeah. So all those stories that he shares with you all, they're true. He was a high school football All-American.
Yes.
And I don't know, do you all understand what that means when I say All-American?
Yeah.
That means that somebody said all the way across the country, from Maine over to California, this is one of the best people out there doing it. So your high school coach was All-American, just to share with you. So now we're coming to you, the young one of the group here, the age gap. I hear you're the life and the energy of your team.
Right.
Right? But you kind of sat there, and rightfully so, you're sitting there, I'm coming to you, but you got to talk, because I hear you got all this energy. You're running around. When you were younger, you was playing football and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
You're just an athlete, always running around again. But tell us a little bit about your basketball journey.
Like, I grew up around football, really. Like, my dad played football, my grandpa, my uncle, they all played football. So, like, I feel like I came to basketball. Like, I would go to rec centers. I would watch a pickup game. I would play a pickup game. For, like, Christmases or birthdays, I would ask for a basketball.
Let me have a basketball for birthday.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. When's your birthday?
September 12th.
September
08.
the 12th. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, this season, I started in 4th grade. 5th, 6th was progress, growth, and it's not.
All right, well, hold on. Slow down for a moment. Let me read. Or do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Okay, and tell me about your siblings for a moment here.
So I'm the oldest.
The oldest, okay.
Yeah, my brother, he plays football. I have 3 brothers. They all play football.
Okay.
And my George, he plays basketball too.
Okay.
So we play on like the same. We play for our rec center. So he plays in the 9, 11U, and I play in the 13, 14U.
So when you all were running around playing football, were you dogging your younger brothers when you used to play football?
I say yeah, but he can.
That's changed a little bit now.
Yeah, changed a lot.
Yeah, they get a little bit older. How much younger is your next oldest sibling, your brother?
He's 12, so we are 2.
Okay, so 2 years apart.
Yeah, 2 years in.
Yeah, that's not much. I remember my sister a couple years older than me. I remember when I got bigger, she used to try to rough me up when we were young, and then I got bigger. And one day she was like, oh, I can't beat up my younger brother anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of changes overnight for you on younger brothers. I get it. So you've been hooping for a long time. So we got a group of young people here. You all have been around basketball for a very long time. And so what I want to know kind of then, like, what drew you to the game? Anybody who, like, anybody jump out there? Who wants to go first on what really drew you to starting to hoop?
I could go. So basically, I felt like my parents.
Okay.
And then it's like I used to go to my little brother's basketball games. I mean, not my little brother, my big brother's basketball games.
Okay.
And like I used to just be around it a lot. And it's like, oh, okay, we got to go to my brother's game. So I would have to always go. So I'm like, I want to play. Like, I want to go.
Yeah.
So I just started dribbling the ball with my dad. And like, that's how it started for real.
Okay.
And my dad and my brother was my first coaches.
Oh, nice. Okay, so your older brother and your dad were coaching you on your youth teams.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? Tell me how you get involved in the game.
I was born into it.
You was born into it. And I know your family a little bit, right? So I know you. So you're being very honest because you were born into it. I don't know if you really have much of a choice, right? Like it was just gonna be like, hey, look, here, come on, let's go. We doing basketball.
I was born
right?
with a basketball in my hand.
Yeah. That's do you love it? Mm-hmm. Do you? Okay. Do all of you love it? Do you love the game?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, well, you don't have to say what you mean, because let me say this. Like some young people, so I'll kind of share as a stereotype. When I was a kid growing up, if you were tall, you just like society, your family, your parents, they just forced you. Well, I mean, but like now I see taller kids who don't play. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, but like back then, if you didn't play, it was almost, you know what I mean? You could not play if you were tall in basketball, right? Like you were just forced out there as a young man I'm speaking to, right? And so I would see some of those guys now as we're adults and say, hey man, you know, and like I was forced to play, right? And so I'm not saying you were forced, but we all find our way onto and into sports different ways, right? And so some people find it because of love. But there are some people who are playing just because, hey, look, it's maybe cool to be on the team, or I got a classmate or things like that. But you all sound like hoop junkies. Y'all and that's okay that when I say junkies, I'm just talking about people who just really enjoy it. Just gym people. That's how I was as a kid. Just somebody in the gym all the time, really enjoying being out there playing all the time, right? You know what I mean? Just somebody who enjoys the game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So share with me how you kind of get into the game. You're the last one here, Leila.
So I would I would play street ball, or I would just like watch it on YouTube or TV.
Okay.
I just like get into it, like see the moves, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So generations are much different. You're watching it on YouTube, you're watching it on TV, you're seeing all these things on social media. Do you all are like, is there when you're watching it, do you see something and you go, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Is that how it works now?
Yes.
Okay, you get in the gym, see somebody do something, and the next thing you know, you're in there working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like, who do you watch? Is it just anybody, or is it like, do you watch professional WNBA players, or who do you watch?
I watch a lot of women's basketball college.
Yeah,
and
college
then,
basketball is where it's at.
Got it.
and then sometimes I watch NBA when it comes on here and there, but I've really watched the college.
The college game is. I mean, I enjoy the college game myself. I think college sports, in a lot of ways, are better than professional sports when it comes to the purity of those participants, right?
Yeah.
And not to say that I know there's a lot going on, and we won't get into NIL and all the money that's going on with college, but I think like when people are doing it for like the love of it, it kind of creates a different participant. You know what I mean? You can see the energy is different, and sometimes you watch a professional game, and it can kind of turn you away. You know what I mean? It can turn you away a little bit. So do all of you? I mean, like, do all of you want to have an opportunity? Is college basketball having that as an opportunity? Is that something you would like to do?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For sure.
Okay, so you guys are all in, right?
Yeah.
So as you sit here, and I think, are all of you meeting each other you all have probably seen each other.
Yeah,
we play each other.
Yeah. So you got this friendly rivalry that goes on between Africentric and Eastmoor, which is great, right? And I think all of you are probably meeting Leila for the first time.
Yes.
Around the city, do you hear about others that are doing really well? Do you know who in Central Ohio has game?
Not really from the girls' side.
Yeah,
They
girls'
mainly
side.
focus on the boys.
I know Kayla Houston. Got the Kayla Houston. Houston, she's tough.
From Centennial.
Right,
Yes,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. Do you all know Kayla Houston?
Yeah.
No? Yes, kind of know, maybe a little bit.
Nah, I
Okay.
don't.
So I know the North Division and South Division maybe doesn't play each other as much.
No.
But so you're saying you don't really you don't hear about some of the others that are out there playing?
I really it'd be my school for real.
Oh, okay.
And then it'd be like Eastmoor. I hear about Eastmoor people, but I don't really know a lot of people on the other side.
Okay.
So
Okay. So I want to speak a little bit now about some of the other things that you do, because I understand you guys are involved in a lot of stuff. So we'll start. I know. So we'll start over here, right?
Okay.
So Malia, share with me, like, just what some of the other things you're involved in. I mean, you're a super student in the classroom. You're in here knocking it out of the park. So share that side of you a little bit with everyone.
I've always had like rigorous academics. Academics have always been like above sports. If you don't have the grades, you don't have the sports for real.
Okay.
They come hand in hand. I like.
Where's that come from? Is that mom and dad pushing that?
Mom and dad mainly, but I like to think I model myself after my sister, my older sister. She's like the smartest person I know.
Okay.
That's really saying something.
Shout
I know
out.
about it.
We gotta give sister a shout out. What's sister's name?
Music Thornton.
Music Thornton. Wow, nice love.
She's a
for,
freshman at Ohio State for civil engineering.
man, that's not. Hey, look, I'm the baby in my family, but to have a sibling give you love like that is nice, right? Music, wherever you at out there in the world, we are singing your praises. So you say you model yourself after your sister, okay?
But then I just have some really high standards for myself. So I pride myself on being that scholar in the classroom.
Nice, okay. But what else do you? Because I think you play an instrument or something else.
Yeah, I'm a percussionist, so I do just about anything dealing with drums or keyboards or auxiliary instruments.
Okay. So you hooping, you're getting it done in the classroom, and then whenever you find some time, you beating on a drum somewhere. Do you have drums in the house?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's an electric drum set, so it's kind of quiet, you know.
Oh, I was going to say,
disturb anybody else.
Yeah, you know what, parents, for all my parents out there, we all know our musician babies. My daughter sings and does all this other stuff and plays the piano, and some days I'm going, I love it, but please, don't you just want to take a break for like 10 minutes? Don't you want to take a break for 10 minutes? And she going, no, I'm just hitting my stride, Dad. I got 2 more hours to go. I'm like, man, is there any place that I can, you know what I mean? But I love it. And that energy and that spirit will carry you a long way. So we're going to turn over here. Come on, share me a little bit about what else you do. Because we talked about football. Are you still now, are you locked in on basketball, or is there some other things you do?
I do flag football. This will be my last season of flag football for 14U.
Where do you do flag football at?
Holton Rec Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do flag football,
Right.
And so pardon me. I mean, I'm going to ask: is this a female flag football league? Is this co-ed? So you out? What position are they? Do they have you playing in flag football?
I'll play wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Can you catch?
I catch.
Can you? You're all right over there. You the one introduced me to Young Wave and Rod Boy. I'm gonna keep saying them backwards because I don't even know who they are at all. So that's about the equivalency. And so we'll come over here. So tell me a little bit. Are you all in basketball? Is that where you put a lot of your time and energy to?
Yes. So I play basketball. I'm a 4.0 student. Real good scholar.
Good for you. Okay. Yes, indeed.
Then, well,
you don't
this
got to
year,
be shy about that. Let's break it down. Get in the classroom, break it down, right? Hey, so we have listeners also, right? I shared that with you all. We got viewers and listeners. She's smiling ear to ear. I'm in the classroom. The smile goes all the way big across her face. You should be proud of that. You don't got to shy away from getting it done in the classroom. That's a part of your package. And you should come right on out and say that with pride. And the same smile that you have, let that be the same energy that you speak to when you share that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I'm a National Honor Society.
Okay.
So, and I played tennis this year. I actually like tennis.
Good.
And my first year of playing, I got first team all city for that.
Okay.
And I went, I don't know how many games we played, but I only lost one game in the playoffs. So
you had a lot of fun then.
yeah, I was a single. So I played. It was kind of hard, but it was fun though. And then I can't play next year, but
You cannot. Why not?
because I have to get a scope on my knee for a meniscus.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I won't be back because that's my senior year. But
Right.
so I played tennis, and then I did varsity cheer for football, and then I played volleyball my freshman year. But my mom told me to stop because it was too much on my knee. So it was just that. So.
Well, and let me share a little bit of a different perspective, and I'm not saying something opposite of what your family is sharing with you, but one of the things that they say about, especially when you're young and being a single sport athlete, you should try, if you can, to spread it around a little bit. And the reason why is because when you're using the same muscles, the same joints, the same part of your body over and over and over again from season to season to season, the wear down happens a lot faster.
Yeah.
And kids, when I was growing up, we weren't as concentrated. So when I was in school, you basically had to play something every season. So, when it wasn't basketball season, we weren't all kind of like running out and doing AAU all spring long, right? So we kind of had that break from basketball, but I think it made us better basketball players because we were, learning and using different parts of our body. So we maybe, but listen to your medical team, listen to your parents, do what is best for you. But it is okay though to do some other sports, right? So now let's talk a little bit about. I want to just kind of hear from what you would like to accomplish. Right, so we're going to start with the two juniors first, and I want to hear a little bit about what you want to accomplish senior year, and then we're going to come to you, and you get to talk about your whole high school. So you got a whole lot of high school in front of you, and we'll come to you last. So we're going to start over here. Eastmoor young lady, you share with me. Come on, Miss Thornton. Tell me about going into your senior year. What would you like to accomplish? What would you like to see? Tell me a little bit about some goals that you'd like to maybe accomplish.
I really just want to have a breakout senior year. I just want to ball our year, have fun, laugh, score.
I love it.
Win games. A specific goal of mine was I wanted to be the 1,000-point goal.
Yeah.
I think I'm close. I don't know all of my points from last year, the year before that, and this year.
Right.
But once I tally those, then I'll have a real perspective on how close I am. But that's a goal I want to reach.
Certainly, you got to get buckets to be able to get into them 1,000-point type clubs. When I was in school, if my high school coach is listening, he's still around, love him to death. That's my guy. But if he's listening to this particular episode, I wasn't anywhere close to 1,000 points because we weren't running enough plays for me, coach. Right? See, remember I said it goes fast, right? Your high school experience. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I can see the games. I can see my buddies, us playing and having a good time. I was close, but I wasn't close enough, right? So we won't even talk about how many, but I can share with you. I got a whole pocket full of steals, and I got a pocket full of dimes. So do we use that term?
Yes,
Dimes.
dimes.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. I got a whole pocket full of dimes. So share with me. Come on, senior year, what you got, Rayanna? You know, going into it, what's some of the things that you would like to see? And not that we're negating this season. I just want to know, because I'm going to follow it up with a question that you all will see here in a moment. So I want to hear thoughts, comments, senior year. Tell me where you're going. Where would you like to see take place?
So like she said, I want to have an outbreak year. I feel like this year it's been like my name's been out there more from last year. So I feel like I've been doing better. So next year I want to have an outbreak year. You know, want to get that state. Want to get a ring. Want to get that ring.
Okay.
Then I want to, for like academics, I want to be a valedictorian.
Nice. Okay. I love it. So now we're coming over here to you.
Right.
Young lady, tell me about what you would like to see kind of your next couple of years of high school, ninth grade, because you got the whole, I mean, it would seem like a lot. You got a lot in front of you, 3 more years of basketball. So share with me what you would like to see, you know, this body of work of yours take place.
So some of the things I already accomplished as my freshman year. Let me tell you that.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right. So for international, I had the highest like scoring in the game, which was 30. So and then
30-point game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also I made first team all city this year.
Okay.
So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that has like never. I don't think it's been done at international.
Okay.
But throughout sophomore, junior, and senior year, I want to be a 4-point all student through all. Almost there. I'm a 3.8.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna keep the same friends, have a good relationship through my teachers and everything.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Y'all are some really polished young women. I love your energy. So now, so here's how that question transcends, and here's where we go next. Because I want to hear your goals, right? Mm-hmm. So now I want you to share with me 1 or 2 things you have to do to accomplish that goal. Because it's real easy to set goals and say, this is what I would like to do. Mm-hmm. But then what will be the things that you will do to accomplish that goal? We coming to you first, please.
All right. So I feel like to get a state, you got to work on and off the court. Like, you have to work.
But that's a team goal, so that means everybody's got to be on point,
yeah,
right?
Everybody has to work on and off the court.
Okay.
I feel like we could get it. I feel like I have a high chance in us getting it this year.
Okay.
Because we all been all in. Like, we all been committed to what one thing we have in goal.
Okay.
So, and then for valedictorian, I just got to keep my grades up and stay locked in.
Certainly. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to just go around the table.
All right.
Leila, what you got? Tell me what you need to do to make sure you can accomplish these goals.
For that 4.0, I need to show up to class.
Okay, you show up to class. So, I mean, are you telling on yourself?
Oh, no, I show up to class.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure when you throw that out there, we got to ask the question, right? Are you missing class? No, not missing class. Okay, but that let me share with you, right? And you all may not get this, and I'm not saying that because of, you wouldn't understand, but maybe age-wise. But being present is extremely important, right? Mm-hmm. And like, so there, like actually, when you said that, it gave me the shivers a little bit. It tickles me some, because a lot of young people, I think, in your generation, they kind of miss that part. They don't understand the importance of being there. You have to be there in the moment and do your part. So I'll take that, right? Getting in classroom and then keep on going. What else you got?
I gotta turn my work in on time.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the classroom, I'm like a class clown sometimes. I like to be funny and all that. So, I just gotta...
You ain't showing any of that in here today. That's what I read that about you. I said, but you real reserved in here with us. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a little still nervous.
Okay, still a little nervous.
Right.
Even after 30 minutes, you're still a little nervous.
A little.
Okay, I got you. All right. No, but so tell me about the basketball goals, though. So to be able to achieve some of those things, what do you have to do?
I gotta be a leader on the court for my team. As still the youngest on my team, but I still got to be a leader. I got to try my hardest. I got to stand out on the court.
Okay.
It's more mentally than physically on the court sometimes for me.
Okay. So, the game is mental. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like the sooner you can, and that's not easy to do, trust me. It took me well into my 20s, but you all get such a different level of coaching, I think, than we got, right? I'm not saying we didn't have bad coaching, but just a different type. But mentally, once you get that part of the game understood, and you can start to make the game of basketball be a game of chess, and you can start out thinking, folks, the game comes so easy.
Yes.
I mean, trust me, it becomes so easy. Like and one day, and maybe some of you have already got it, because I know all of you play extremely well. But whenever you really get it, it'll just be like the light got turned on. And you'll see, trust me, I don't know how to explain it other than to say, you'll just see the game completely different. And you'll go like, wow, right? And like, it'll just look like you've been playing a basketball game in the dark. And then one day it'll just be like, because right now y'all just, like you said, y'all just balling right now.
Yeah.
And but when you get to that point where you like it slows down and you just see it, I'm getting goosebumps myself because it's a beautiful thing, and you know right away when it hits you because you're like, oh, boom. And then like when the coach is saying something, it's just, oh, let's go. You know, one of the things when I was playing, and y'all all look like point guards. Yes, everybody point guard. Shooting. Look, we score, sir. But everybody should know this is our old school term. When I was young, you know, we talked about stirring the coffee. That's a move. So when I was young, our coach would say, stir the coffee. Inside out move, you know, little dribble move inside out. When we played, it wasn't all the, y'all like to do all this ball dribbling all.
Yeah, I like to do that.
We just 1-2, you know, we just 1-2 dribble move, boom, dribble move, crossover, buckets. Y'all dribble the ball for 10 dribbles. You don't need 10 dribbles. Good coach, and this still stands to this day. A good player should be able to get a bucket with 3 dribbles or less.
My coach says that all the
3
time.
3 dribbles or less. It don't take 10 dribbles to get a bucket. If you can't get a shot off after 3 dribbles, guess what you need to do?
Pass the ball.
Pass the ball. Swing the ball. That's right. If you dribble 3 times and you ain't got a shot yet, you need to pass the ball. You need to swing the ball. Like I don't know why, but that's that video part of it, right? Y'all watching these videos and somebody crossover 6. You don't need 6 crossovers. You don't need to go between the legs 3 times. If you can't get a bucket in 3 dribbles, pass the ball. It'll come back around to you, and you'll have a chance. I don't want to stop. So Thornton, young lady, please share with me, what do you need to work on? What do you need to do to accomplish these goals you're talking about?
I think I need to mentally be in the moment. And then I also need to be a better.
Is that a mom or dad response?
No, that's a me response. That's a me response.
I like that one right there.
Being a leader on the court, not letting my teammates get in their heads, because you know when you get in your head, your game, you throw yourself off and things like that. So picking my teammates up, bringing them up to the level that we need to be at. So,
certainly.
Yeah.
I like that response you just gave. I really did. Look, so I shared with you. It goes by quick. They've given me the signal that I got to wrap up. I'm going to read our outro. You young ladies, you hoopers, you ballers, you know what I mean? You PGs and shooting guards, right? Y'all make sure I'm a shooting guard, right? You all represent us extremely well as a school system. You represent yourself well, your families well. I'm excited to see what all of you do. Continue to lift your teammates up that you're all talking about. Set these team goals, work on it, work together, be good teammates. It's been a pleasure to have you all on the show today. We're going to go once around and let you say whatever you want to say, shout out or whatever as we get, we get to the point where we're going to wrap up here. We're going to start with you, young lady. You can share whatever you want to share.
I'm going to just say shout out the EA Lady Warriors.
EA Lady Warriors. Love it. Okay.
Now, shout out to my school, shout out to my family, That's what we do.
Shout out. That's what we do. Y'all hoop, don't y'all?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Eat, sleep, hoop.
There you go. I got it.
I shout out my family. I shout out A-High, the ones I love the most, my sisters.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
I especially shout out Ariel Grace. She's our only senior this year. She's been she's been there for us a lot.
Yeah.
She's been that big sister that we need on the team.
I didn't know there was only one senior on your team. So you, like you said, we bringing everybody back, ready to get it again this year and then next year. That is key, right? You know what I mean? Yes. To being able to have that level of success where people are coming back and participating, right? So I got to go ahead and read our outro here. Much, much, much respect to you all here today. Be sure to catch all future episodes on radio WCBE 90.5 FM. Catch us on Spotify, Apple, or the platform you listen to your favorite podcast. Check us out on Instagram, City League Sports 614. I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarino. It has been a great show. Pleasure to meet all of you here today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.